Thank you for coming. We kept America great today. First, we're going to start with, if you could tell us your name and also a little bit about yourself.
Okay. I am Khalilah Young. I am an academic coordinator for the University of Illinois at Chicago. So I work with a support unit on campus for underrepresented students at the university.
Okay, wonderful. Now, let me ask you something. Why are you here today?
Well, this is my first time actually, and so I'm attending with a couple of my colleagues, and we come every year so that we can continue to keep our creative juices flowing, being, I guess, in touch with what's going on, what we need to do, how we can service our students, also giving back to our community, into pouring into ourselves that we can help our students, as well as getting out there, meeting a lot of the people that are on the ground, making the policies and the laws that affect our students.
Okay, so if you could take back out on the street as far as some of the things that you've learned today, what would you take out there?
Well, I guess the one that I just attended was just a discussion about the new movie, The Hate You Give. I think as someone who works with a lot of young people, what happens to them outside of the classroom affects them when they come back and they work with me. And for them to be successful, there has to be that understanding of that they have a life outside of the university, and we need to address things that are happening to them outside. So this movie, I think, is a really great movie to have a discussion with our students of things that they can do, how they can become, how they can start to be organizers and get involved, and how they can interact with the police, and just overall for others who maybe not understand exactly because they don't deal with it every day, but how they can empathize and know what's going on around them.
Okay, so as an African American, what do you feel as far as the major contribution as far as being able for, even in the past, our ancestors, getting the level of today's in your field to where they are?
Well, if I understand it correctly, what you're asking, I think for myself, a lot of what I've done in my career goes back to conversations that I had with my grandparents who weren't that far removed from civil rights. They were in the midst of it. And so as we get older, students tend to be removed a little bit further from it. So it's other battles that they're dealing with, but not knowing so much about sitting, segregation, not being able to maybe voice your opinion the way that you can go on Twitter and Instagram and say certain things, and having a tact in the way that you have to do that, and knowing how to do things discreetly, knowing how to unify, knowing how to get your point across of being dignified as you do that. And so for me, it's a little bit, because I can understand that, but just with the younger group, I think it's just kind of bringing home and sharing those experiences with them so that they understand where they come from, because I feel really powerful when I know that I came from a woman who cleaned the bathroom, but she was also an entrepreneur with a third-grade degree. So it makes me feel like the things that I deal with, I can sit back, take a minute, and understand that it's only a small thing. So you can do this. If she did it, my grandmother did it, my grandfather did it, I can do it.
That's wonderful. And as far as having role models like that, super women that help put this country together and instill the morals, the values, principles, characters, and integrity within you, that one thing that you could say, if it's one thing that you could say to this great America out here, what would you say?
Wow. One thing I would like to say is that,
as far as unifying the people as well, unifying the people and igniting the passion, the spark, the drive that would motivate them to that level.
Motivating them, just really do your homework and know where you come from. Know the power that you hold. Not letting anyone limit what it is that you can do by telling you you're only X, you're only Z, and knowing that you are bigger than what any label or any idea of what somebody has for you.
Wonderful. Well, we thank you for being part of We Kept America Great today.
Thank you.
And God bless you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Have a good one.
You too.